Hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. So tonight is Thursday, and it's supposed to be Thursdays with Sean. And yet again, we have no guest for tonight. But let me give you an update. PK, yes, going live. And I just got a notification that you sent me a message in Instagram. I don't know how that is possible. Are you at two places at the same time, Money? What's going on over here, folks? Let me give you an update on the cats. The freakiest little thing last night. So oh my God, that was so weird. So I go to the, you are not dreaming. I messaged you as well. I wanted to go live early. That's funny. So P money, you know? But yeah, so let me give you an update on these cats. This was the weirdest thing last night, the weirdest thing. So I get up to close the windows and pull the curtains or the blinds, and this is basically in the living room and the master bedroom. So I do the living room and I go in the master bedroom to pull the window down, and I'm like, what? Wait, is that a cat? Because I see these eyes, right? And I'm like, first I see the black and white one, but it was pitch black, right? So I'm like, wait, is that a cat? So I come back to get my phone, right? So I didn't want to just, so I come back to get my phone and I shine my flashlight, and bam, sure enough, there's a cat. And then there's another one that hops over it, too, right behind my window, right at the edge. Now, my view is a lemon field. So, and there's nobody in front of me. Like that side, there's just nobody there. I'm super blessed, right? And so there's no way these cats could have come from, like, I was scratching my head. I'm thinking, where did these guys come from? There's just no way. Like from above, no way. The only place that I thought it may be next door neighbor, they got out somehow, but you know, that just, so there's just two cats, right? So finally I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. Maybe they're just, you know. So I come back and they're still there. So all right, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grab, I don't want to leave them out, it's cold and stuff, and I didn't know what to do with them inside. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put them in the patio. So I got 2 dishes of water, I put it out. So I grabbed the one that was screaming and crying. So I grabbed the one, bring him, and put him in the patio, and I go grab the other one, right? The other one won't play. The other one is so scared and shy, won't come to me. Like, what? No. Oh my goodness. So the other one is so shy, won't come to me. I tried everything. I threw him a piece of meat, all this stuff, nothing, right? So finally, I'm like, all right, that's it. I mean, I gotta go to bed. I literally spent an hour trying to catch that black cat. Nothing, right? So finally I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed. I get up to go to bed, and I'm like, you know what, let me look one last time. Let me see if I can catch this guy. So I look one last time and it's not there. I'm like, wait, what just happened right now? Right? And I look again, I'm like, oh, sure enough, it's not there. And I'm like, oh my God, it fell down. Now I felt so bad, right? I'm like feeling guilty. I'm like, oh my God, it fell down. And then I see the light go on in you know, the next door's, I guess it's their bathroom. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I bet you it's this cat. So I go next door. I'm like, now this is like, mind you, it's like 12:15 or something, 12:20 in the morning here. I knock on the guy's door. He's all like, yeah. I go, hey, do you have a cat? So like, yeah. I go, was that black cat yours? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. I go, do you have another one? He goes, yeah. I go, well, come here then. Come here and grab it. So grabs the other one, and they're both back home, happy, and they were so cute though. And I'm not into cats at all, but this black and white, oh my god, it was so, it just had such a character. And so anyway, the cats are back home. Now I totally forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about my buddy Freud. Now some of you may know it, but I was a psych major a gazillion years ago, and my emphasis was on child behavior, human behavior, emphasis on child behavior. And you know, I studied a few of these guys, and Freud was one of them. So Freud has this theory which is really cool. And you know, sometimes you may feel depressed, or you may feel like, oh, I'm so just, oh, my self-confidence sucks. Like, is that like between the scale of 0 to 10, 10 being amazing, I'm at like minus 100, you know? Sometimes you feel that way, and Freud has got a theory about that. And he says that, hey, you know what? It may not be you. It may not actually be that you are depressed. That may not actually be the reason. Or it may not be that you have a low self-esteem. That may not actually be the reason. So the reason may be, and this is back in the day, guys, we're talking Freud days. So he says that before you go, now I'm paraphrasing, obviously, before you go running around and blaming on yourself and saying, I'm depressed and I have the crappiest self-esteem and I suck and all this stuff, before you go around doing all that, well, maybe you may hit the brakes for a second and look around you. He talks about the crowd that is around you. He says you may want to look to see, hey, is it me or is it this crowd around me that's depressed and sad and got the low self-esteem, is depressed and anxious, all that stuff, right? It may be the crowd, and it may not actually be you. I'll give you a really, really great example of this. And I heard this a long time ago, and I don't remember where I heard this. I would give credit, but it is not mine, but it's so good. So somebody said, you know, and I'm gonna paraphrase this one too. So somebody said, you know, you may take your index and you may touch somebody on the shoulder, right? Touch somebody on the shoulder, and you may go, ouch, ouch, right? And the thing is this, you may wanna check both sides, because the cut may be on your finger and not the other person. Hi Gita John, how are ya? Right? So the cut may be not on the other person, but it may be at the tip of your finger, your index finger. Now in this case, it may not be on your index, it may be on the other person, right? So Freud had, I like that about Freud. I like that. Now, I don't agree with a whole lot of stuff that Freud says, but I do like some of the stuff that Freud talks about. And this is, I like that, because he goes, you know what? Check around you before you go around blaming yourself and knocking yourself down and all that good stuff. Check yourself. Check around you. See, hey, the friends, the circle, the people that are around you, are they all depressed? do they all have like low self-esteem? Chances are you do too. I mean, didn't Jim Rohn talk about that stuff? You're the average of the five people that you hang around with, financially, emotionally, right? Right? So the circle around you, the people around you, are they full of life and they give you so much support and they boost you up and they give you enthusiasm? Are they excited? Or are they, energy vampires? So I like that about Freud. I think that's important to, before you go, pointing the finger at yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't take responsibility. I'm saying always take a look around just to see, hey, you know what? Is it really me, or is it what's going on around me, right? And I bet you have both examples. I bet you can come up with, that's funny. I bet you have both examples. Maybe more you, because maybe you chose those people around you, right? So be careful. I love that. I love this thing about Freud, because it makes you kind of just go around you and kind of just take a check, just like a inventory of the folks, and I bet you, I'm telling you got both of them in there. You got both in there, where it's the people around you, and you got something that it's all you, it's all you. So hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments below. Let me know if, hey, did you change that circle around you, and did it make a difference? I know Team Money's got a few stories like that. When you change that circle, makes it, guys, gals, makes a difference. Makes a difference, right? So drop your thoughts, your examples, your stories below. Let this feed grow. I appreciate you guys. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, much love.